Soko, Mahanda Akasata, Reke Yamanda Raboko Sokota, Ronda Yakande Eke Seke La Mama Manda Rabakase, Meta Rabakande La Babakaso, Yalamana Niana no, Sakayato Yakande, Yamakato Yabatadia City Akano Yakatara City. Power!
Around online, searching, scrolling, typing, endless tabs. It's a lot, right? Well, there's a new AI web browser from Perplexity called Comet. It is completely changing the way you're able to interact with your browser. Using Comet feels like having a personal assistant living in your web browser that can actually do things for you across the internet. Yes, do things, not just give you answers. You can ask Comet to handle tasks for you, and it literally clicks, types, searches, and scrolls just like you would to get things done for you in the background while you go about your day. Comet can shop for you. It can make reservations. It can book travel, summarize articles or videos, send emails, schedule meetings, and a lot more to make your life easier. Let me show you how it works. So let me go to... Let me say, please find restaurants in Los Angeles that are open late on Thursdays and have jazz music. So now it's going to do that for me. It types it in on its own, and boom. There it is. So now it's going to... Now there it is. There's the I've been to two of these places actually. I've been to the Baked Potato right there. I've been to the Vibrato Lounge. So that's how it works. That's nice, right? Pretty cool. So download Perplexity's new AI web browser Comet by heading to pplx.ai/Dore and let your browser work for you. Plus, right now, when you download Comet, you get a month of Rumble Premium for free. That's pplx.ai/Dore. Go now and take back your time online. All right. We already did Hermos. Oh, that was, I didn't even tell people about it last night. It was great.
Yeah, when you come back, you should start by saying that.
Yeah, Steph and Chris had, we are back.
Oh, that's right. We are. I forgot.
Steph and Chris had some best jet sets I've ever seen them have. I had a great set as usual. That's nothing
What
new there.
a great audience. Everybody was so wonderful.
I like when they give me a standing ovation. That always, I'm like, oh, great, good show. when I don't get a standing ovation, it hurts my feelings. Isn't that so? I shouldn't expect it.
No, you shouldn't.
But anyway, come see me on tour. I'll be in Sacramento, San Francisco, Irvine, California, Sydney, Melbourne, and Brisbane, Australia, and then Burbank, California, the day after Thanksgiving. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets.
Okay, you can put camera 4 beside me. Thank you so much. We got a lot to read. Where is it? That was great. Dr. John Campbell got a lot of love online for Dr. John Campbell today. Vienticus, thank you so much, Vienticus. Much appreciated. Talk about the human biofield and network-centric warfare. Thank you, Terry. What I love about Jimmy is that right or wrong, he's right or wrong honestly and in good faith. He provides his best, most accurate analysis and as good as it can be as an imperfect being. That's the best we can do all. That's the best we can all do. Thank you for that. All right, hold on. I got a lot going on here. Hold on. Here's a gong. There we go. That's a little louder. That's for you, Hollenbeck Charles. Steph, is there a movie that makes Jimmy cry? Also, congratulations on reducing your swearing, Jimmy. Jimmy, what is a story that can make you cry?
I have been reducing my swearing. You can come to me. I have been reducing my swearing. I hope everyone appreciates that.
Fuck yeah.
Instead of saying that, I'll say F yeah. I'll say, what the F? Can you get these F'ers out of here? So at least I do that now. I try to do that just because I know my mother-in-law watches. And I don't like to hurt her feelings. So I don't need to say those words anymore. There was a time I thought it was important to swear. And I think it was because I was raised Catholic, and I was raised, in a very oppressive kind of a way in that regard, So I always wanted to break the rules. I was always anti-authoritarian, and to me, swearing was kind of that. But now it's not. Everybody swears, and it's kind of boring. It's kind of like pot smoking. It's like, oh, everybody does it now. It's kind of not fun. It's not cool anymore. It's like when everybody gets tattoos. Like when I was a kid, you had to be a motorcycle gang member or a felon to get a tattoo. Now everyone gets tattoos. The fun is gone when librarians are sporting tattoos. Okay, it's no longer a badass thing to do.
Jimmy, what kind of tattoo would a librarian have?
Books kick ass. Shut the F up and read. Stuff like that. That's my favorite.
My favorite is Night Deposit.
They go on the top of the butt, Night Deposit. You know what I'm talking about. Come on.
That's my favorite.
All right. So I got Trump versus Trump here. This is Trump talking about, because we're right in the middle of a government shutdown. And before Trump was president, he knew how to solve a shutdown of government. You want to hear him? Here we go.
Today, Donald Trump tweeting about the shutdown using less than 140 characters to write. The Obama administration has a very important duty to provide a budget and then negotiate. Our country is a laughingstock. And get this, a Trump fan suggesting President Obama read The Art of the Deal to learn to negotiate. Donald Trump joins us. First question, Donald, we're having a hell of a time trying to negotiate here in Washington. So tell me, if you were president, what would you do?
Well, very simply, you have to get everybody in a room. You have to be a leader. The president has to lead. He's got to get Boehner and everybody else in a room, and they have to make a deal. And you have to be nice and be angry and be wild and cajole and do all sorts of things, but you have to get a deal. And unfortunately, he's never been a deal maker. That wasn't his expertise before he went into politics. And it's obviously not his expertise now, but you have to get the people in a room and you have to get a deal that's good for everybody and good for the country. Good can come.
Whoa. So he knows how to do it. You got to get everybody in the room and you just got to get a deal. You let everybody scream and rant and cajole, but you get a deal. Well, here we are in 2025 and the government is shut down. Let's see what his new theory is now on how to do it. Ready? Here we go.
From your country. Good can come down from shutdowns. We can get rid of a lot of things that we didn't want, and they'd be Democrat things. We can do things during the shutdown that are irreversible, that are bad for them and irreversible by them, like cutting vast numbers of people out, cutting things that they like, cutting programs that they like. When you shut it down, you have to do layoffs. So we'd be laying off a lot of people that are going to be very affected, and they're Democrats. They're going to be Democrats.
So whatever happened to, so now his strategy is to cut programs that the Democrats like and lay off people who are Democrats from government employee. What? I thought it was, you got to get everybody in a room and you got to get everybody. So this is kind of, it's kind of amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that before, in his first video, that's kind of an example of, you ever hear that saying, being inside the tent, pissing out, right? So that was being outside the tent, pissing in. That's what he was doing. And now he's inside the tent, pissing out. And all of us have a front row seat at SeaWorld, if you know what I mean. Right? You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of amazing. That's kind of Trump versus Trump. And I think I gotta say his hair does look good. I'm jealous of his hair. Isn't that funny? I mean, just the color of it and how much of it he has. He's in his late 70s. So, but anyway, that's kind of, let me show it to you one more again. Let me show it to you one more time.
Today, Donald Trump tweeting about the shutdown using less than 140 characters to write. The Obama administration has a very important duty to provide a budget and then negotiate. Our country is a laughingstock. And get this, a Trump fan suggesting President Obama read The Art of the Deal to learn to negotiate. Donald Trump joins us. First question.
Maybe Donald Trump needs to read The Art of the Deal. Maybe that would be helpful. I know he had a ghostwriter, but still, he should go read it. He should read his own book. I don't know if he's a big book reader, but he should read it.
Donald, we're having a hell of a time trying to negotiate here in Washington. So tell me, if you were president, what would you do?
Well, very simply, you have to get everybody in a room. You have to be a leader. The president has to lead. He's got to get Boehner and everybody else in a room, and they have to make a deal. And you have to be nice and be angry and be wild and cajole and do all sorts of things, but you have to get a deal. And unfortunately, he's never been a deal maker. That wasn't his expertise before he went into politics. And it's obviously not his expertise now, but you have to get the people in a room and you have to get a deal that's good for everybody and good for the country.
Now, this is another deal that Donald Trump couldn't get done. Now, I'm rooting for Donald Trump. I was rooting for Donald Trump to get a deal done and end the Ukraine war. I thought he was going to get a deal. He said he can end that war in 24 hours before he got elected. Then he got elected, and here we are in October, though he's still funding the war in Ukraine. He didn't get a deal. Same thing with Gaza. I was rooting for the president, Donald Trump, to get a deal with Israel and the Palestinians in Gaza, and here we are. And it looks like, we're still here. So I'm rooting for the president to get a deal. I'm rooting for the president to get a deal right now. But it doesn't seem like he's leading. He doesn't know how to do. He's not doing what he said in 2015, I'll tell you that. So what is he doing?
Good can come down from shutdowns. We can get rid of a lot of things that we did.
So now he's saying shutdowns are good. Before he's saying the guy doesn't know how to do a deal. I'm a deal maker. You got to get this deal done. Get everybody. Now he's saying, no, you don't have to get a deal done. Now you can just have a shutdown, because a lot of these shutdowns are good. You could do a lot of things during a shutdown you can't do in normal business hours. You can cut a lot of programs that Democrats like.
Is war one of those programs that they're going to cut? Are they going to stop giving money to Ukraine or Israel?
No, giving money to Ukraine and Israel and bombing all around the world, like in Venezuela right now, that is essential. Those are, you can't cut those essentials. War is essential. Bombing is essential. Funding war is essential. Nothing else seems to be essential. Maybe air traffic control. I think maybe that's the only other essential thing, because rich people like to fly. And you got to have air traffic control. Even with a private jet, you got to have air traffic control. So it's weird. I encourage Donald Trump to read his own book and then get everybody in a room and make a deal, instead of making stupid threats like this, that we're going to cut stuff, we're going to cut program, and it could now a shutdown's a good thing. All of a sudden he's the president and shutdowns are a good thing. So not good. I just wanted to point that out. Where is Donald Trump's deal making? He did do a deal with the Armenians, and Azerbaijan, that no one really talks about, which was kind of remarkable. So I know he can do deals, but I guess not all the time. And if you want to hear me make fun of this, you can come see me in Sacramento Saturday and San Francisco Sunday, and then I'll see you in Australia, Irvine, California. I think I forgot to say Irvine. Did I? Really? Okay. Yeah. I did? Okay. And then I'll see you in Burbank the day after Thanksgiving. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets. Over to Steph.
All right. Last night, camera 4. Boom. Last night was tons of fun. Hermosa Beach Comedy Magic Club.
One of my all-time favorite clubs in the world.
It is a machine, the way that club works. Everybody just so nice. I was so excited to perform there. Richard Barrett and his crew, totally great.
The best.
Totally the best. And the audience, what lovely, lovely people. It's so fun meeting you on the meet and greets. And by the way, I got to keep an eye open on info at Jimmy, the contact. Yeah, because somebody, again, in Australia didn't get a VIP ticket. Okay. Oh, okay. You're right. I'll figure out where that person was coming from. Thank you for that. Mikey. Thank you, pal. Good afternoon, Jimmy Dore team. Did you hear Erica Kirk and her mother started an orphanage called Romanian Angels, which has been suspected in child trafficking to a military base in the area? Yes. How does a 20-something start this kind of, I don't know, business, or, I don't even know what to call it, So we've been checking out some people's coverage of Erica Kirk, and they brought up some interesting elements about her history. And the whole Charlie Kirk murder in front of our faces so we could all be traumatized by it and not ask questions. The whole thing just, it stinks. Doesn't make any sense. And it's like, we're never going to know. It's going to be that one magic bullet that did it. Just one person involved. So yes, Mike, thank you so much for that. Everyone should know that lipids have the highest coefficient of friction ever. That's why the shot stays in your arm, and I coat my kitchen floor with butter to stop things from slipping. Vienticus. Everything's a scam, everything's a lie, everything's hypocrisy, so I don't comply. And Pyramid 7, breaking Hamas, just accepted Trump's plan. Thank you for that tip. Our team is working on a story to cover. Much appreciated for that. Bill Gates' investments aren't philanthropical. They're philanthropical. They're murderous, right, Vienticus? Thank you. Flint Match, what should I bring up to my friend who still believes in COVID-19 vaccine and thinks those who don't believe in the vaccines are just stupid? Flint Match, projection, right? Maybe give him a Young book, but I don't think there's any convincing that type of thinking. I don't think until more, if you finally see on CBS, ABC, MSNBC, and, you know, till those mainstream media companies start saying that there was crime committed with the pandemic, they're not going to do that. Back to Jimmy.